Hey, welcome everyone. This is the RIC transfer session for business economics and data analytics for our Path Day. And we are fortunate to have Lucy Rios Saunders and Sara Riley from RIC to talk about business economics and data analytics. So I'm going to pass on the torch. Lucy, I think you're on mute.
Thank you. So welcome everybody. Thank you, Cassandra. I'm going to start with just a basic overview of Rhode Island College. We'll go through programs, admissions requirements, and then what I'll do is I'll turn it over to Sara, who can go a little bit more in depth into majors in this pathway. So to start, just some background on Rhode Island College. We are the original public institution within the state of Rhode Island. We originally started solely as a school of education called a normal school back in the day. We've definitely evolved since then. We have 5 different schools available to students in a full liberal arts setting. What I've done is I've listed some points of pride for each of the schools. With this pathway, you'll find most of the majors within the School of Business, but sometimes there's room to bleed in or add on a minor in some of the other schools. So I did include all of the information for you as well. The School of Business is very highly regarded for their internship program, job placements. They do run their own job and career fairs, as well as kind of the umbrella of services offered through our on-campus career development center, but they do their own as well. And our programs are exceptional in the fact that they do allow ways for people to get various certifications as an undergrad, whereas some you might have to do a graduate program. They do allow pathways for things like CPA, CMA, where you're able to fulfill those education requirements for the certifications as an undergrad. I did include some photos of campus. We are online virtual with our tours right now, but hoping to get us on campus for in-person tours in mid-April. So keep an eye on our website for that. But I did include some photos just to give you a sense of campus. We do have our primary general education and arts and sciences facilities here, Gage Hall and Craig Lee Hall, as well as our School of Nursing. We have Horace Mann, our School of Education, which is undergoing a huge renovation right now, hopefully due to be finished by the end of the year or early next year. And these are kind of our main quad area buildings. These have all undergone full renovations within the past couple of years. Popular majors on campus. Now, these are kind of tangential majors to the pathway that you're interested in right now. But I've listed them for you anyway. These are majors that are kind of not easily found at other schools and students might have an interest in. Health sciences, youth development, medical imaging. Youth development is one of those majors within the schools of education where you can choose a content area. So it could really be anything. It just, the common vein with it is that the ultimate goal is to do something with youth-related programs. So whether it be an after-school program, any kind of community program, that would be the goal with a youth development degree. Community and health promotion is another one that's fairly popular. So, engaging in programs and promotion programs within the health field. So any sort of education program, public awareness programming of health-related issues. Some other new programs that we do have that might be related to this pathway. We do have a new Bachelor of Science in Data Sciences, which combines different courses in different departments. So mathematics courses, science-related courses, computer information systems related courses, all into that data science major. And then there are some minors that we've added. Behavioral neuroscience within the psych department, queer studies within the gender and women's studies departments, and cybersecurity, which is in the computer science and information systems department. So those are kind of little accents that you can do on any degree program, just to kind of tailor it to an area of interest and what you might ultimately want to do with your degree. Environmental studies is another program that's fairly recent, and it's another what we call interdisciplinary, meaning that it combines courses in different areas to create kind of a full comprehensive degree program. I did want to also add our bachelor's to master's programs. These tend to be popular with students where you, with a satisfactory GPA within your sophomore and freshman, junior years, you're able to take some grad courses towards the end of your bachelor's degree program, allowing you to complete your master's with just one extra year beyond your bachelor's degree. We have them in justice studies, we have them in healthcare administration, which is within our School of Business, mathematical studies, which is our math major, psychology, as well as English. Now, we do emphasize kind of that experience beyond the classroom. So there's a few different ways that we do that. Just by virtue of our campus setting, we do have graduate programs, but they're relatively small compared to some of the larger research universities. That allows undergraduates to get that face time with faculty members, participating in research, working with them on internships. We also have faculty members as your advisors as well. So you are getting a good amount of faculty face time as an undergraduate, which is beneficial. We have a number of different programs where you can exchange with other institutions, both internationally, within the United States, as well as Canada. So study abroad would be the full international kind of overseas program. National Student Exchange would be within the continental United States, primarily US and Canada. National Student Exchange is a network of public colleges and universities that allow you to take a semester or two. One of the benefits of that National Student Exchange program is that you are paying Rhode Island College tuition, so it's relatively low cost. Internships, I did mention earlier about the School of Business offering a good number of internships and practical experience for their students. It is something that they emphasize within this pathway because that practical experience does come in handy as far as job opportunities. General education, we've even done this with kind of our core general education curriculum. It was recently revised in consultation with our professional community, asking them what are the skills that you consider important in new employees in your organizations, and they came back to us with things like writing in your area of study, clear communication skills, knowledge of a second language. Those are all things that have been incorporated into our general education curriculum. And then finally, our Career Development Center, which offers a variety of resources for both students on campus and also for recent alums too, including online job boards, different workshops that they run for students regarding interview prep, career counseling, resume review, even things like job shadowing to get a better idea of different careers within your field. Academic opportunities for students. So we do offer a number of academic awards for transfer students. The largest one being our Transfer Scholar Award. That award is a combination of grade point average and demonstrated financial needs. So you would have to fill out a FAFSA to be eligible for the Transfer Scholar Award. 3.25 would be your GPA, your total GPA at CCRI. So that's what we use to determine the Transfer Scholar Award. And those awards do range between $2,000 and $5,000. If you are the child or grandchild of a proud RIC alum, we do have alumni awards available. We do also have something called the RIC Foundation on campus, which are scholarships of various types and criteria funded by alums and different organizations associated with Rhode Island College. The criteria do vary, they might be specific to major, they might be specific to your year in school, they might be specific to a certain background. So they really do vary. So if you're looking at academic scholarships, I do also encourage you to check out the RIC Foundation website as well. They do list those awards that are available to students, both as incoming, and then also they have additional awards available to students once they establish a RIC GPA in the major. We do offer our honors program to transfer students. For students that are coming in from CCRI with a 3.5 GPA or higher, you are eligible, and there are scholarships associated with those awards. Honors program is broken up into two different parts, first being general education, so smaller classes in an honors setting. So typically 12 to 15 students studying general education topics, more of a roundtable, in-depth discussion setting. And then the second piece is going to be departmental honors. So in this piece, you're working with a faculty member in your major on a senior level project. So working hand in hand with them. That's something that offers special distinction at graduation. You can present that at end of year to faculty and people who attend our honors symposiums, different social and academic activities associated with it as well. Ability to attend honors conferences, different research opportunities. We offer the opportunity for special housing on campus geared towards honors students, so different other things associated with the honors program. And then also there's specific things like talent awards. If you have talent in art, fine, performing arts, there are some awards associated with those areas as well. All right, application to RIC. So I did put first year information, but most of you are probably in the transfer category. The way we distinguish the two is number of credits that you've earned in college. So the magic number between first year and transfer is 24. So 24 credits earned in college. Now that doesn't include things like military credit and test credit. This is actual college credit earned in the classroom in association with a college. Once you have 24 earned credits, that allows you to be evaluated for admission solely based on your college record. So the high school record is not considered. If you have fewer than 24 earned credits, we still have to look at that high school information because it's not enough credit earned in college for us to get a clear picture of your academic ability. So we do ask that you include your high school information if you do have fewer than 24 earned credits. So fewer than 24, you're considered a first year student. 24 or more, you're considered a transfer student. As a transfer, we do have a minimum required GPA of 2.0, which is a C average. The application is fairly simple. We do use Common Application. I've included the web address here, or you can go to our website, ric.edu/transfer, and there's apply now links there. It is a $50 application fee, but within that Common App, they do have the option to request a waiver. So if it is an economic hardship for you to pay that $50 application fee, it's very easy for you to request a waiver, and we do honor those. And then official transcripts from all colleges attended. Now, this is the important part, and the part that I see tends to hold up students' applications. Make sure on that Common Application that you're indicating all colleges that you've attended. Even if you've taken one class at a school other than CCRI, make sure that you note that on your Common App. And then make sure you get us transcripts from all of those colleges so we don't have to go back to you and say, well, we need this as well. There are no recommendations required with a transfer application, no essay required. I did include deadlines here as well. So for the upcoming fall semester, the deadline is June 1st. For spring, the deadline would be November 15th. And then I also included the FAFSA deadlines because they do tend to come up quickly. I know fall is coming up within the next couple of weeks. For fall, the FAFSA deadline is April 15th. And then for spring, it's the same as the application deadline, which is November 15th. Once you do submit that Common Application, keep an eye out in the email that you indicated on that Common App. You will be receiving login information for what's called MyRIC. MyRIC is our online portal where you can check the status of your application. You can check to see if we received transcripts. Once you're accepted, that information will be on that portal as well. It's the first place you'll be able to see it. We do send notification through email and snail mail as well, but the fastest way to get information on your admissions decision would be through that MyRIC portal. After acceptance, that MyRIC portal will have information on your financial aid package. If you've submitted a FAFSA, you'll be able to see it there. And if you do decide to attend Rhode Island College, you'll be able to pay your enrollment deposit through that MyRIC portal as well. Once you do that, you're considered a Rhode Island College student, and that same portal turns into a RIC student account. So it's one login that follows you all the way through. At that point, you'll be able to register for your orientation session. You'll have a RIC email where you can check right on that portal, and everything that a RIC student can do, advising information, registration for classes, that's all available through that MyRIC portal. For this coming semester, for fall 2021, we are doing an online orientation, which would be kind of self-guided modules initially, just to get you knowledgeable about all the services we have available. And then the second piece would be meeting with an advisor. So you'd meet with an advisor within your major. They'll walk you through everything and help you register for your first semester classes. There's other little things that they sometimes associate with the orientation, contact with our student orientation leaders, getting information about student life so that you have all the information that you need to start with us at the beginning of your accepted semester, and to help you make sure that you're comfortable once you do end up on our campus. All right, so that's my piece. I'm going to turn it over to Sara now to kind of go through the majors within this pathway.
Thank you, Lucy. So my name is Sara Riley. I am the transfer advisor for CCRI students interested in coming to Rhode Island College. And I can work with you on a variety of different things: major selection, minor selection, thinking about courses, both at RIC and CCRI. And what I'd like to do today is show you where to find the information on our webpage that will give you an idea of maybe choosing a major, double majoring, areas of interest, some more information on our academic offerings at Rhode Island College. Now, in this business pathway, you may know already, I'm thinking about between management and marketing. So you know for certain you have areas of interest and you want to learn more about. For that kind of targeted focus, I would suggest going to our red tab here under academics, to our alphabetized list of majors and programs. So that lives in the second column here under degrees and programs, the majors and programs link, and it provides you, like I said, an alphabetized list of majors and programs. So say you're very interested in management. So at CCRI, this tends to be called business, and many other institutions, it's known as business. We call it management at Rhode Island College. There's two pieces of information that you will find for every major that is listed here. You'll find a link to the department webpage, which I'll show you in just a moment. And to the right, you will find an academic checklist. We call this our roadmap, which is essentially a checklist of required courses for the major. So on the first page, here are all of the courses that are required for the management program at Rhode Island College. Now, to receive the degree, you also need to complete our general education program, receive 120 credits. But this first page is strictly, what do you need for management at Rhode Island College? You'll find that there are foundational courses across our School of Business majors. Most of them require a particular math sequence, accounting sequence, economic sequence, finance, management, and marketing intro courses, as well as a computers course in management. So these tend to be the foundational courses. So it's quite easy to say begin in one major, make switches, double major across the School of Business. To the right-hand side is your focus in management. You can take this list and you can go to the Rhode Island transfers page for self-service how do courses transfer. So you can select courses at CCRI to explore the major while still at CCRI. You can work with your CCRI advisor. You can work with me to help you select courses that you can check off from this list while still studying at CCRI. The second page, forward, provides a timeline, semester by semester. This timeline is designed for incoming students, first-year students with little to no prior credit. So your timeline is going to look a little different, right? Each student's timeline looks a little different. This is just a general suggested timeline. So what this can do for you is say you're coming in with an amount of credits that puts you somewhere in your third semester at college. You can take a look, make sure that you have these transfer credits, semester 2, semester 1, for those courses that are required of you. For instance, for transfers, RIC 100 is not required, first year seminar is not required. So you can kind of backdate yourself and make sure that you have these courses required for your own timeline. Go back, take these courses if you do not have them from your transfer. Really the interesting information here for you, or points of interest from pages 2 on to the roadmap, are these checkpoints. This is extra information such as prerequisites for required courses, milestones, checkpoints. Make sure you have these many credits after this semester, or take this exam if your particular program requires some sort of entrance exam or such. But if you're just interested in learning about what courses make up the major, page 1 is all you need. So this is a very focused, course-focused look at the major at Rhode Island College. If you want a little more information, something more than just courses required, then you can click on the link for the major itself. This will take you to the department's webpage. Each department's webpage is structured the same. In the middle, you'll get a nice picture of where that department lives, a little blurb, usually a typical highlight or a point of pride for the major or programs within the department. And to the right, you will find contact information for the department chair, program coordinator. This is really useful because the faculty at Rhode Island College are very transfer friendly. They want to talk to prospective transfer students about their program. What's their situation? What are you looking for? Do you have questions? What can management offer you? What are some points of pride? What are some highlights in the program? After students graduate, what happens? What kinds of careers do they have? What are graduate school opportunities, certification opportunities? So speaking with the department chair, I think, is one of the best ways that you can learn about the major that you're interested in. So make that informed decision about making the selection, adding a major, minor. So you can email the department chair, you can call the department chair, communicate that way, set up a formal appointment or a call, and just make a connection to a person on campus. So that is certainly available for each department. If you want to learn a little more on your own, a little more self-service options, to the left. Each department sidebar is going to be a little different. The order will be different. Some information will be present, some won't, but there's a basic foundation. That foundation is the program offerings. So you'll find under management and marketing actually lives management, marketing, and healthcare administrator. The honors program informations, internships, so some kind of experiential options. So if you want to learn more about the School of Business internships, you can click on that link. What I really want to highlight is this link here, program and learning goals. Each department has some version of this link. Sometimes they're called student outcomes, sometimes they're called mission value statements, but this is really important when making a selection. So if you're unsure, if you're on the fence about management or thinking management, marketing, read these pages, right? Or whatever major that you're thinking of. This exists on each department webpage. Read through, and this will tell you what students take away from the program. So after you graduate with this major, you will be able to do this, this, and this. If it sounds like something that you want, if it aligns with your own learning goals, this is a major to explore further. If it's something that does not appeal to you, move on. Okay. Read through other department web pages, talk to the department chair. I think that's a really important way to make a decision on the academic program for Rhode Island College. If you're really not sure where to start, right? So you're not sure targeted from that alphabetic list, I'm going to check out, accounting, marketing, management. Then there's another option that backs off a little bit, a little bird's eye view of all of the academic offerings at Rhode Island College by schools. So the gray tab at the top here, current students, is going to take you to eventually a list of majors and programs by school. It's listed under academic resources, under academic advising, program selection is part of advising for students, and the sidebar here. Another sidebar link, list of department chairs and program directors. So like I said, this is a list by schools. So our majors are divided into certain schools: arts and sciences, school of business, education, and so forth. So if you want an overview of all of the school of business options for your business pathway, that makes sense. you can scroll down to the School of Business and have at one glance all of the programs that are part of the School of Business: accounting, economics, finance, healthcare administration, international business, management, marketing. Each department has the contact information right here. So straight away, if all you want to do, if you know that what works for you is talking to someone right up front, take down the contact information, send an email to all of these people or the folks that appeal to you for their departments. Reach out for more information. They are willing and happy to talk about their program as it would apply to your areas of interest. So phone numbers are available, emails are always available from this list as well. And if you're thinking business-ish and you want to kind of branch out, so say for instance, you're interested in business, but you might want to pair that with like an after-school program for K through 12 children. So as Lucy said, our youth development major is something that, Our youth development major is something that can help pair an area of interest with an education setting. So that lives under, it lives under here. What's in its studies? Let's use the old search feature. Youth development. I may be blind here. That's okay. Yeah. You can find it on this page and go to the department page, for instance, and learn about, I knew it was in here. Oh, I didn't see it in the list. I apologize. Learn about youth development. So what is this program like? What's the contact information, requirements, and so forth. So you can use that list of department chairs by schools for more of a broad view of clusters of areas of academics at Rhode Island College. So different ways to explore your options, and certainly have those conversations with the faculty members, have those conversations with your CCRI advisors, with myself. We are here to help you make these academic decisions.
Thank you so much, Lucy and Sarah, and thank you, Anate, for attending our session. Do you have any questions for either Lucy or Sara? And if you do, you can unmute yourself and ask.
Yeah, so yeah, my name's Antona. I'm actually in computer science. I am also interested in data analytics. And I was just wondering about like the transfer. So I've been at CCRI for 2 years now. And I actually was at RIC for like 2 semesters, I think, a semester or 2, or a couple semesters. And my GPA is not a 2 for like the class that I took at RIC, but it is for all the classes that I've taken at CCRI. I was wondering if I were to transfer to RIC, would it be I needed a GPA of 2.0 for RIC, for my RIC transcript, or like my CCRI?
Yeah. When did you take those classes? Was it 5 years ago? More, less than 5 years ago?
I took it like maybe 2-3 years ago.
Okay, it does have to be a 2.0, so you do have to have a 2.0 GPA for readmission to Rhode Island College. The GPA has to be above a C average.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought.
Now, there's options to raise your GPA, and we can schedule something after this if you'd like. If there's courses that you can take, are you finished taking your courses at CCRI, or would doing another semester?
I'm
open to, or?
Yeah, I'm pretty much done with the courses right now, like my major for my associates.
Mm-hmm.
And I was hoping that I could take a couple of classes maybe over the summer to raise my GPA.
Yeah, you definitely can if you're willing to take classes, but the thing is you'd have to take them at Rhode Island College because CCRI courses don't figure into the RIC GPA, so
Okay.
they have to be through RIC. The only reason I ask is if you're willing to do another semester at CCRI, or if you can, we do have an interinstitutional exchange where if you're paying CCRI tuition, getting financial aid through CCRI, it allows you to take up to 7 credits at Rhode Island College without any additional tuition cost. So that's the only reason why I asked that. But it doesn't apply for summer sessions. So you know what I'll do? I'm going to put my information in chat. Shoot me an email and I'll pull up your Rhode Island College transcript and we'll work through some GPA scenarios. That's what I do for students. I'll let you know number of credits you would need to take to raise your GPA, a target grade in the classes and things like that. So we can work through that whole scenario with you.
All right. My mom also works at RIC. So I think that I get the same tuition like either way.
You get, you just pay fees basically.
Yeah. I think that's gonna be over soon because I'm 24 now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can send you an email and we can talk about.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I'll schedule some time with you and we'll go through everything. I'll do it. We'll work out some scenarios. Okay.
All right. Yeah. Thank you.
All right.
Any other questions?
Like, have either of you gone through the process of transferring to RIC?
I did.
All right.
I did. Yeah, I started at Boston University, took a semester at CCRI, and then transferred over to Rhode Island College. For me, it was a simple process. One of the things, and it's gotten even better since I transferred, the services available to transfer students and how they kind of guide you through the process, and making it specific to CCRI as well has been a big plus. So people who are knowledgeable about programs at CCRI, programs at Rhode Island College, and kind of help ease that transition for you is definitely beneficial.
All right.
Sounds like Lucy is a wealth of knowledge, so definitely reach out to her.
All right.
Since she's been through it, so. Any other questions?
Just so I was looking at some of the I'm not sure if this is a question for the faculty, but I saw that there were a lot of classes that like did or didn't transfer, and I was just wondering like if there was like they have a lot of classes that are specific to graduating, and I was wondering, is there a way for me to know what classes I would have that I have already and what classes I need to take in order to get to a specific major?
Yeah, there's several ways. Do you want to do this, Sara, or do you do
I got my button got stuck for a second there. I'm sorry. Yes. So what is the particular major you're interested in again, please?
Computer science.
Computer science. All right. So let me take a quick look to see if I think it's one of the ones we have a 2 and. Lucy, do we have a 2 and 2 for that?
pretty close to positive that we did.
Yeah. This will probably be the easiest. We have computer information systems, not computer science.
Yeah. That's what I'm.
Computer information systems?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Okay, good. Because we split the two. So the computer information systems. Wait, no. Ooh, no, it's its own department now. Oops, I almost said it was School of Business. Let's see. Just changed that actually. I'm going to provide you a link in the chat here, and I'll also share my screen so I can show you. This is a transfer plan for computer information systems majors for CCRI. So because you're at the tail end of your program, this should be informational for you, but these transfer plans are available for students to choose courses at CCRI that will transfer over and get them, 2 years at CCRI, 2 years in their major. So gen eds are the gen eds. This is pretty similar across each of the advising guides, but the bottom section here is particular major courses you can take at CCRI that will count towards that CIS major. So these are the foundations essentially of the School of Business. So whether it's accounting or econ, finance, they're pretty similar across all of the majors. So for computer science, if you have these courses, you can walk right into Rhode Island College and have, oops, hit the back button here, and spend your next 2 years taking the upper level courses in your major. So following that plan will set you up to follow this roadmap, taking these courses in your first semester at RIC, your second semester, so you're set up for 2 years in the major. And I'll provide you this link as well. So that would be, I'm sorry, go ahead.
So you were saying that information systems is separate from computer science?
It's a different major. So computer information systems deals more with the business end of such. Our computer science major deals more with the technical systems. So let me show you the difference. So our computer science, I'll show you our bachelor's of science. So we can just subtract for that. I forgot my alphabet for a second there. I apologize. So computer information systems has your foundation of business. So you'll have a foundation in accounting, econ, finance, management, marketing, math. Where your computers courses come in are your, it's focused in like a database infrastructure information. The computer science major deals more with, the School of Business stuff is completely out of the way. It's less about databases, more about the structures and organization itself. So more computer focused classes. This is our BS. Our BA is slightly fewer courses, but the computers courses are basically the same. There's programming, organization, systems courses here. And then to receive the Bachelor's of Science, you tack on sequences in math and science. So they're one department now, but they're two different approaches, two different degrees to computers.
Okay, but these are all the courses that I would need to take when I transferred.
You can take some of these at CCRI, not many of the upper levels. So for the computer information systems, that 2 and 2 plan will tell you what you can take at CCRI. For the computer science, if you're interested in learning about the transfer, there's a dedicated page, ritransfers.org. And I'll provide you the link here for, oh, thank you, Lucy. Oh, sorry, Cassandra, thank you. So we have how courses transfer from CCRI. So what you can do is kind of toggle between these two pages. So for the computer science courses, what courses in computer science can you take at CCRI? In the search here, if you put in our computer science courses that transfer over, the equivalent course would tell you what it would be at Rhode Island College. You can see these are the courses at CCRI that transfer over as computer science courses at RIC. So you can toggle between, say CSCI 211. So what is that at CCRI? Well, there's 2 courses actually, 4 options. Looks like these are the current numbers. So Java programming and advanced Java programming come over as R211. So you kind of toggle between this page and the roadmap to figure out what courses you can take at CCRI that will transfer over here. So many of these are offered at RIC, particularly the right-hand, at CCRI, particularly the right-hand column, certainly the workplace writing, the calc sequence, really everything here but the upper level math you can take at CCRI. Whereas these courses, you're limited in the programming. And so some of these will transfer over, most would not.
All right. And this is there something, are there more courses besides this I would have to take? Because I know that I took a lot of courses at CCRI just to get my associates that are listed on here. And there are other, is this all the courses for getting a bachelor's in computer science.
Oops, I'm having trouble spelling in my brain, I apologize. So for all majors, doesn't matter which, at Rhode Island College, you must have completed one major program at least. One major program, your general education program, and those two must add up to 120 credits. So this will be, I feel like this is, no, this one's updated. These are your general education requirements, and they align quite well with CCRI's general education. So chances are most of these gen ed requirements are met. But certainly this is also something you can do during your appointment with Lucy, or we can make an appointment. It doesn't quite matter. It depends on your timeline for transfer. But most of these are available for transfer from CCRI. So the composition course is available at CCRI. All courses at the area distributions are offered at CCRI. But it depends on your selection for courses. So for instance, history, if you took history 1010 or history 1020, you have gen ed history credit. Any other history at CCRI does not transfer over to general education. And same way, you can toggle between this advising guide and our transfer system to figure out. So for you, if you know, for instance, you took say Art 1001 at CCRI, you can put in the art transfer course, figure out Arts 1001 is our general education course. You can view that way for your gen eds.
Okay.
So Lucy, if he meets with one of you guys, would you guys be able to look at his transcript and then basically see what classes those are at RIC to see what he's missing for the bachelor's?
Yeah, absolutely. And what you'll find is the structure of these programs are done in such a way that you would take the equivalent of what your first 2 years at a 4-year school would be. So these CIS and computer science programs, primarily what you take in those first 2 years are going to be the preparatory courses. So your business core for a CIS major, and your math sequencing, things like that for a computer science major. There's only 1 or 2 classes in each of those majors and actual computer courses that you can take at CCRI. So you'll find that most students that transfer over in a computer related associate's degree program will have a good number of gen eds, a good number of kind of the core preparation courses for those majors. So the math courses, things like that. What we did do for those computer majors is we added what's called a transfer minor so that you don't lose those computer courses that you've taken, even though they're not directly applicable to the program. Is if you've completed that associates in computers, you most likely have what's called a transfer minor in computer studies as well. So that's something that'll be added on to your transcript. So those classes will count for something.
All right.
But we can go into it more in depth if we meet.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much again, Lucy and Sara, for a very thorough presentation. And thank you, Anate, for joining us. And for more Path Day sessions, please visit the Pathways/Pathdays CCRI website. I also want to mention that we have our Spring 2021 virtual job fair coming up, hosted on Handshake on April 14th between 1 and 4 p.m. And for more information on that, please use the bottom link for the career services. Thank you so much.
Thanks for
Thank
coming.
Thank you.
Bye.